Good evening, everyone. Welcome to Creekbox TV. I'm Alan Henley. We're live here on Sports Talk. And, man, I got my good buddy, Mr. Tracy Cooper, the Clinch County Homerville Recreation Director. AC, man, we appreciate you taking the time to come out and talk a little rec park news with us, man. This is the only dead time of the year that you're in. When I say dead, that it's just not as busy.
Yeah,
you're just finishing up with football. And then you'll start basketball next. Man, before we move on, let's talk a little bit about football. How did that go this year?
Well, football, it went pretty well. We had a couple of really good teams in the 7 and 8 group, and the 9 and 10 group was pretty good during the season or whatever, but we kind of struggled during the district playoffs. We didn't play as well as I thought we could, and it just, the weather was really bad at the district tournament, and I think the kids just wasn't used to that, so we didn't have a good outing at the district tournament.
That's right, man, and you're dealing with 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12-year-old kids. I know me and David had rode out there a couple of times and watched, man, they were some good, future is bright for Clinch County sports, man. I mean, they were good, and I know dealing with kids like that when it rains and it's not like high school, it's kids, they get to fumbling the ball, but man, I think we represented Clinch County well.
Oh yeah, I mean, like I said, we come up short, but every year that we get a chance to play in it, I mean, it's always big. You give the kids a chance to see other schools that they hadn't seen all year long, and just a different experience for them. So, I mean, just to go, even though we didn't do our best, I mean, the experience itself, I think it's going to help them in the long run.
That's right, man. That's right. How many kids do we have participate this year? Let's don't leave the cheerleaders out. I know that. Well, cheering and what do you offer there? It starts at flag, the age group. Yeah, break that down for us.
Actually, we normally, in the past, I mean, even when you were there, I mean, you kind of did a high age group, but I basically broke it down and started letting some 3 and 4-year-olds play flag.
That's right.
And we mixed them in with 5 and 6, which I think next year, if I can get enough 3 and 4, I'm gonna try to get 2, 3, and 4-year-old teams, and then the 5 and 6. This way, the younger kids don't get in the way of the older kids.
And so, man, it's when you have enough kids, and that's why it would change year to year. For me, you'd have 1 or 2, and you didn't have enough, and man, that's what throws you off anyway. But now that you compete in the GRPA, you kind of have to go mainly by their rules now, I guess, don't you?
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, because the age, the group that for GRPA, I mean, it's like I said, it's 7 and 8s, it's 9 and 10s, and you can play somebody up. I mean, if they're good enough. But that very seldom do that happen.
That's right.
So you basically got to stick with it with the same age group. So. And the reason why I was really trying to push to get the younger kids, the 3 and 4, just to kind of give them a touch of it.
That's right.
A feel of football, and hoping that they'll catch on and like it pretty good, and maybe in the future, I mean, they'll probably be some of our better players.
Oh, that's right, man. The younger you can start them, the better they are. I agree 100%. I know when you do your schedules around here in the regular season, they see who do you schedule around here, like just some of our local region games, like our high school?
Well, actually, we when I first started, we kind of stuck with the same people that we had been whenever you was there, but I branched out a lot. I mean, we got a chance to play.
That's what I was getting to, man. You play a lot of people. That's how you get better.
Yeah. So we ended up playing Pierce this year. Last year we played Brantley. And we played Cook County team. We played a team from Waycross. We played a team from Valdosta. And we done pretty good against most of them. I mean, and year after year, I mean, I really would like to try to get out a little bit more,
That's right.
Because I mean, I see it like this. I mean, the better the competition, I mean, it really gives us an idea of where our kids are and where we need to be, where we need to go. So it's a good measuring stick for us.
That's right, man. You're doing a great job. Look, it's. Of course, everybody wants to win every game, but when you're winning 50-0, you're not getting better.
Yeah, that's true.
It's all about the competition,
that's
man.
Right.
And that's what has impressed me the most that you've done, and picked the baton up and went farther, like Pierce and Valdosta. I know that's a battle because when people hear Valdosta, our kids ain't. We're not playing. It's the same age group. You try to tell them, they're 7, 8s. It's and you go by the same weight limits and everything like that. But man, we had a pretty good group out there this year, number-wise, it looks like.
Actually, we did. I mean, we ended up with basically Probably about 120 kids. A little bit more probably with the cheerleaders, probably about 130 altogether.
Yeah, I know you had 3 or 4 flag teams, man, and then you had a couple 7, 8s, and then you get right there on that number. If you could get 18, it's perfect. But then you'll get 24, and then it's not enough really for
2 teams.
You know what I'm 2 teams,
yeah.
and you have that, so you got to kind of combine them. But
the number was good, like in that 9 to 10 group. But the only thing about it, and you know as well as I do, so often that you see, you start out with a big number.
Oh yeah.
Then after a couple of weeks, the number they drastically drop.
That's right.
So then you're stuck. You want to start off with 2 teams, but then in 2 weeks you barely got enough for 1 team.
You get report cards, and they get sick, and they get in trouble at the house, so they have to quit.
And a lot of them just don't want to play no more. I mean, they play a couple of weeks and
homecoming parade, it's over with. Well, we're going to take our first break, and I'll be back with Mr. Tracy Cooper in just a second.
There's a reason why we're South Georgia's automotive superstore.
Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep and Ram, Chevy,
Nissan on the east side,
Walker Jones Used Car Mega Center,
GMC.
Coming soon, the all-new Walker Jones Honda,
Toyota.
We've got it all, so why shop anywhere else?
For the best pizza and wings in town any day of the week, check out Hueys One Stop in Homerville. Drop by, fuel up, and let Mr. Nick Patel and staff serve you some mouth-watering pizza and wings that you won't soon forget. Or just take that favorite pizza and box of wings home. Call 912-487-2338 to order your pizza and wings every Friday night after the game. Hueys One Stop, 193 Church Street, Homerville. Jerry J's Hog and Bones in Homerville is the restaurant for any time of day, whether it's breakfast, lunch, dinner, or that special holiday meal. From pancakes to pulled pork and chicken salad to ribeye steak, Jerry J's Hog and Bones has the best food and service around. Oh yeah, and don't forget our great catering service. Go Panthers! Lee Engineering and Construction Company in DuPont, Georgia has been a part of the community since 1935 and is proud to support Clinch County athletics. The prayer of the entire Lee Engineering family is that our Lord and Savior will richly bless our schools, community, and nation.
You're watching Creekbox TV.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Alan Henley. Welcome back to Creekbox TV. We're here on Sports Talk tonight. I got my good buddy and the Clinch County Recreation Director for the city and the county, Homerville, Mr. AC Cooper. AC, we're finishing up before our first break, talking about the numbers. They're good. I think our numbers is just as competitive as Atkinson County. Ray does a great job over there in Atkinson, and you got Will Watson in Lakeland. Now, Will, they got some kids over there in Lakeland.
Yeah, I don't know where they come from.
Their numbers, I'm telling you, they've always had, where we would have 2 8 and under teams, they'll have 4, and where that, Lakeland's just, they have grown over the last 10 years. It's unreal.
Yeah, I don't know where they're coming from, but like you said, they do have a lot, and especially with baseball, man, it seems like they have the most teams. I mean,
girls softball, that's where the most improvement over the first couple of years you've done. I mean, you've come in, you've seen how far, and it's just we're catching up now, and that's just something that's hard to do when you're at a small Class A pro. We burn the girls up. They cheer, girls softball, basketball, tennis. I mean, you're using the same because they're good athletes.
Yeah, that's right.
And you want them to, they have to take a break occasionally, and that's what, in the summertime, they have to get jobs and take a break, and that's when the advantage comes into play, where Lakeland is getting, such good, they're so close to VSU, they bring in, then they have the pitchings, and it's possible to do here, but it's, what I'm getting at, the parents have to be way involved to do that.
I agree.
And that's a battle that you have to fight. Because I know this, why can't we, and it's just, we can, but, you're one man, so it takes a lot of effort from everybody.
I tell you, I mean, and the commitment is really large, and we just got to get everybody to buy in. You know, if we want to do better and get better in girls softball, I mean, we got to do what it takes. You know,
That's
I
right.
mean,
You don't snap your fingers.
Yeah.
And, you know.
In Lakeland, they pretty much practice year round, man.
That's right.
You know, and
That's right.
they got right to be good as they are. I mean, because they put the time in.
That's right.
And that's what I want to try to instill in our kids. I mean, you get what you put in. If you put 20% in, you get 20%
That's
out.
exactly
You
right.
know, and to be great, you got to work to be great. Greatness just don't come overnight. I mean, it's a process that you got to buy in to, and you got to really believe in what you do, you know. And if you go out and train and the time that we spend on Facebook and on these games and stuff
Xbox,
like that,
and then go outside, don't work that way.
if we would just spend an hour a day, I mean, you would be amazed what an hour a day extra would do to a kid, the difference that it would make. But I mean, they got to do it, you know. I mean,
That's right, and the rec park's never closed. I mean, you're there if they need it. You're there. I mean, the fields are ready. Whatever they need to do, we have it. And we have a Cadillac facility, man. Before we start talking on the rec park, because we've seen some changes going on. Y'all are doing a lot of work out there. We were talking about the GRPA, AC. Now, how does that work for the people in Clinch County? I mean, I know that when you're in a member, you have to. You represent, what district are we in?
We're in District 2, which I tried so hard when we first got back in it or whatever. I tried to get us in District 3. If we was in District 3, that'll be with Lakeland and all of that bunch, and it give us a chance to play a lot of the teams that we were playing in high school.
That's right.
This way I can kind of go ahead and scout some of the younger kids from other schools, so I can kind of relay the message to the school system or whatever. So, but unfortunately, it hasn't happened. I mean, they was going to get back with me, but I hadn't really had a chance to talk to them more about it. But we are in District 2, which consists of Blackshire, Brantley, Long, us, Ware, and all them. Which Ware and all them will be in a higher bracket than us. They'll be considered Class A, and the smaller towns will be considered Class C. So,
but every one of them teams you named are 3, 4, and 5A schools.
Exactly.
You know, and which you look at it. If we can be competitive against them, then we surely are going to be competitive against the rest of the Class A program. Me and you've talked with GHSA coming out with the new alignment, and you had the 2 teams played for the state championship in AA.
That's right.
Next year we'll be in Class A. Right. So, man, I think that's going to benefit us being in that district. And they also allow you to play your regular season. They don't make you play anybody in the regular season. That's just if you want to, yeah. You know, if you want to compete in the playoff, because they actually honor you as a state champion, because we almost, you know, the last year in basketball and then one in football. I think we were close to getting to the finals in
that's
district.
True,
How does that work? Now, do they rotate it back where the games are played?
Well, actually, at the meetings and all, and I'm hoping one day that we'll be able to be one of the hosts. That's why I've been working so hard trying to get these lights and trying to get the fields and everything up to par, and hopefully we'll be able to host one day. And if we're able to host, that would bring some splash tax money to the town. I mean, everybody would benefit from it. So
you just don't know. That's one reason that the city and the county come together to build a new facility was eventually being allowed to host, man. And we've been working on that for 10 years. And like I said, we've seen some work going on out there, and you already have one field lit, and they're working on another one. Is that right, AC?
Well, actually, we got one field lit, and we got 2 that they already put the poles up, and they already ran the electrical part of it. The only thing we really waiting on right now is for the guts to come to put in the panel boxes and all that, and then they should be able to light them up. So when that should happen, they was waiting for them to get there. So whenever they come, I mean, within the next week or so, we should have all 3 fields.
So the next baseball season, you'll have 2 fields lit, is what you're saying?
We have all 3 of them lit.
Man, all three of them lit,
yeah.
You won't never get home.
I know, it don't. Hey, man, I don't come to the conclusion.
I had that excuse, man, it's dark, we can't see, let's go home.
But I mean, to be honest, I like it because my scheduling is gonna be so much easier
That's
now.
right.
I don't have to squeeze that last game in
man,
when
the headache of
don't
that,
have to
you
stop a game due to the
when it
not having
rains,
lights,
you got to wait an hour, and then if you wait an hour, you can't get that last game in. I mean, it's gonna make it a lot easier when you're doing it.
And
that
another
way.
thing, I mean, when I go home, man, when I leave home, there's nobody there. When I come home, there's nobody there. So I ain't got nobody waiting on me. So
In other words, you out there looking.
yeah. So,
all right, we're going to take our second break, and we're going to come back and talk about the Hall of Fame here in Homerville. So we'll be right back.
Since 1972, Popeyes has been serving up mouth-watering, delicious, hot, and mild fried chicken and chicken tenders from its Louisiana kitchen. You know about our great chicken, but have you tried our tasty seafood? All of our menu items come with a Southern style all their own. On your way to or after the game, stop by Popeyes, and remember, we can handle all your special event catering needs. Conveniently located on Memorial Drive in Waycross, Popeyes puts a piece of Louisiana in every single meal.
Camping World of Valdosta, located in Lake Park, is your one-stop destination for all your camping needs. Stop by to see your dreams of quality time with your family become a reality. Whether it's tailgating with your air-conditioned camper, taking a trip to the mountains or beach with your family, or driving your motorhome to a faraway destination, Camping World has it all. Let us put you and your family in a camper for as little as $99 per month. And remember, when you buy a camper from Camping World of Valdosta, you receive a free Elite Good Sam membership, roadside assistance, and travel assist for 1 year. Homerville Jewelers on East Dame Avenue is your headquarters for bridal and baby registry. If you're looking for that special gift for the bride and groom or that perfect gift for the new baby, look no further. We also have a variety of diamonds, gold, sterling silver, watches, and necklaces, and can perform jewelry repair. No need to shop out of town. We can supply all of your gift and jewelry needs. Let Vicki Young and staff serve you at Homerville Jewelers, East Dame Avenue, Homerville.
Mike's Golf Carts and Power Sports in Douglas has the cheapest prices in South Georgia and a huge inventory of new and used gas and electric golf carts and off-road vehicles. Mike's also has parts and accessories and proudly serves customers across the states of Georgia, Florida, and Alabama. Whether you stop into our store or shop with us online, we have everything you need for Can-Am, E-Z-Go, Club Car, and Yamaha. 0% financing available for qualified customers. Mike's Golf Carts and Power Sports in Douglas, Georgia.
Good evening, everyone. Welcome back to Creekbox TV. I'm Alan Hanley. We're live here on Sports Talk. I got my good buddy, Mr. Tracy Cooper. He's the rec director for the city of Homerville and the county, Clinch County Recreation Department. AC, before we move on and talk about some other stuff, I want to talk about the sponsorship that we offer every year and how much it means to the kids, because a lot of people don't know, man, some of the kids don't have the money to participate. And that's where the sponsors come in and help for every child, so you don't have to say no to no child. And that's one thing that we take pride in. If you want to play, we'll find a way to get you out here to play.
That's right.
And that's what the sponsors mean. Man, tell us what the sponsors do.
Well, you're right. The sponsors are very, very important to what we do. And like I said, I mean, for situations for kids that's less fortunate than others, I mean, that want to play and really don't have the funds to play, I mean, it kind of gives us a little bit of playing room to be able to make sure we don't leave any kids out. I mean, I'd rather do it like that, and if we got a kid at the rec department, we don't have to worry about them being in the streets.
That's
you know,
exactly
and
right.
the sponsors not only help within that part of it, it helps like for us things that need to be done around the park. I mean, it really helps us a lot. And I can't thank the sponsors enough for what they do, man. I mean, they really are a big part of what we do.
Well, man, I know just by going out to rec park when you're a sponsor, man, all the signs, and just think about the people that come to the rec park every year. They see them,
right.
and I mean, you know, that's the best advertisement you can have, is being a sponsor. And then I think you give them a plaque, or used to, I don't know what you do now. And of course, I see that you recognize every sponsor in the paper,
right.
man. And they just touch the lives of so many kids, the sponsors do, man. And how much is it to become a sponsor, AC?
Well, actually, we start out with like $250, and we have some that do more. I mean, but basically for one of the signs, we do like $250, and like I said, some people do more. and we do, the signs are pretty nice size signs and all, and I have some sponsors tell me, say, look, you don't have to worry about even putting a sign. I said, no. I mean, if you sponsor, I want to recognize you. I mean, you need to be recognized. People need to know who help us out. Man, I appreciate the sponsors so much because they mean so much to the rec department and what we got going on at the park.
Man, I've been out there to the park several times, and I would hear you say, look, if it wasn't for these sponsors here, you know, we wouldn't have nowhere for y'all to play, wouldn't be able to go out of town and play. Because the truth of the matter is, we have single parents here in Clinch County, not just here, everywhere. And it's hard for a mama that works at Brockway, Litho, somewhere like that, to work till 5 o'clock and has 3 children.
That's right.
I mean, you know, it's a lot of money to play. You know, we're a little bit cheaper than other places, but I mean, it's still a lot of, $40, $50, a lot of money.
Well, and then especially when you got some kids, parents that's got more than one child.
Oh,
you know?
man, I'm telling you.
And we try to give them a little break in that area as well. I mean, for us, if they got 2 kids, we give them a $10 or $15 break. You know, just trying to help them. You know,
that's right.
Because I mean, I totally understand.
Yeah, we've been there, man.
Yeah.
Man, all right, we talked about that. I got to brag on you a little bit. Not that I hadn't already bragged on you, man. But the first annual Hall of Fame come out, I think it was last week, might have been 2 weeks ago. And there were 15 people nominated, and you were one of them. Now, I have heard the debate all over town. But you and Mingo, Terry Swinson, and Kingston, and nobody said nothing about it. Y'all were locked in. How did that process go about, AC?
Well, actually, they do it by the sports. I mean, just who was the top player in that sport or whatever. Unfortunately, with me, it couldn't be one sport. It was just my overall.
Well, that's when we won the triple title, right?
And I mean, man, there's so many people that's really could be first ballot.
Oh, that's right.
First ballot Hall of Famers for Clinch County, because I mean, we have had a ton.
That's right.
And I mean, and I was talking to somebody just the other day. I said, man, I am very, very fortunate to be one of them, the first. I said, but there's a lot of others that could be right here in this spot.
And they'll come eventually. You got to start somewhere. And I thought everybody on the group deserved to be there. I really did. I mean, Coach Barber, you know, they said, well, what about Coach Dixon? He'll get there. Don't worry about that. It's coming. But I mean, he's still a young man.
That's true.
You were a starter in football, basketball, and baseball, and I think you played a little golf. You probably been good in golf and tennis if you'd have wanted to. I mean, it was all state in all 3 categories. I don't know that I'm sure it's happened before, but there are not many of them. There's only a handful in Homerville that's been all-stars in all 3 sports, you know.
Well, actually, that my senior year, I was voted Georgia Male Athlete of the Year for all classifications. I mean, that was pretty cool.
Well, man, I still, like, after the games, I like to listen to Beckman, you know, and, man, everybody. I mean, AC Cooper, everybody knows AC Cooper, man. He's from Clinch County. It's AC Cooper and Clinch County be tied from here on, brother. And, man, and it's good to have somebody like you at the rec park, man, that can, you know, that you know where you come from, and you can tell the kids and help these kids. A lot of them don't have a father in their lives, you know, and man, they look up to you. Because I've been out there, and it's special. There's nothing makes you feel better when you go in the grocery store and a youngin' comes up, hey, Coach AC. Hey, I still get that. All my old, I'm about through. All my kids is about gone, but man, that is special, man.
Hey, it really is, and most of them so used to me coaching, they call me coach.
That's right. That's right. The same way you'll be known as coach to the day you die. Hey, well, we're gonna go to our last break, and then we'll come back and finish up with some upcoming sporting events here at the rec park. We'll be right back.
Winkies Southern Styles in Homerville is the go-to place for custom embroidery and vinyl transfer designs. Whether it's t-shirts, caps, or special Christmas items, Winkies will make it happen. Go by our location at 44 East Elna Street in Homerville and see Lenora for embroidery and vinyl transfer. Winkies Southern Styles supports the Panthers in their quest for another state championship. Go Panthers! Lutz, Brown, Peagler, and Manley Insurance Agency is locally owned and has been a part of the Homerville, Clinch County community for many years. We make it a priority to know our clients on a personal basis and take pride in customizing insurance coverage for the particular needs of each customer. We offer all lines of insurance, including auto, home, business, life insurance, annuities, and bonds. Lutz, Brown, Peagler, and Manley Insurance Agency, East Dame Avenue, Homerville. Go Panthers!
At Burt CPAs, helping small businesses with their accounting needs is our business. We have offices in Homerville, Waycross, Alma, and Baxley. Burt's professionals are ready to serve you no matter your location. We are your team for accounting, bookkeeping, tax, and financial advice. In Homerville, call firm partner Adam Toll, 912-490-7142.
Dairy Queen is a proud part of our local communities and is cheering our sports teams on to championship seasons. Drop by before and after the game to say hello to Mr. Ash and his entire crew and enjoy the full Dairy Queen menu, including our famous grilled burgers, artisan-style sandwiches, and chicken strips. Cool off with our renowned smoothies, slushies, malts, and iced coffees. Try our fabulous desserts and take an ice cream cake home for that special occasion, or just to treat the family. Dine in or take out at Dairy Queen locations in Homerville, Blackshear, Folkestone, and Fernandina Beach. See you at the DQ.
You're watching Creekbox TV.
Good evening, everyone. Welcome back to Creekbox TV. We're on Sports Talk, and I'm the host, Alan Hanley, and I'm here with my good buddy, A.C. Cooper, the Homerville Clinch County Recreation Director. A.C., man, we've discussed a lot of things, what's going on at the rec park, the new upgrades that's coming on. After the lights go up, what's the next plan that y'all are going to try to do at the rec park? Now, with the splosh will run out here, they'll vote on it, in a couple of years?
In a couple of years, I think.
And then maybe they can keep that going because, man, we've talked about it. It'd be nice to have your own little basketball gym, man. And
I tell you, that would be, to me, that would be the next big thing. I mean, and as much as I wanted, like the backfield that was never completed.
That's right.
I wanted to make that a permanent football field.
That's right, man.
But we also have to have that lit up too. I mean,
that's right.
And I want to put goal posters up so we can go ahead and start working with the kids, kicking field goals and stuff like that. You know, just have it as a permanent field. And hopefully, man, I mean, we'll be lucky enough to be able to build that all-purpose building with the gym and stuff like that. I mean, that would be.
See, that's why you look around over in Nashville, they're already playing basketball.
Yeah, that's right.
And the one reason that you're not playing basketball is because the middle school, they just finished up last Saturday.
Yeah, that's right.
You know, and now you got Christmas break, so you can't do it then, but you could actually start sooner if you had your own facility.
That's true. Yeah.
When will that all start, AC?
Well, the deadline is January the 2nd, and
that's what you say now.
Yeah. Well, actually, that's give and take. I mean, I gave them a little bit more time because I kind of try to balance it out with Christmas. Just keeping Christmas.
We're a small town.
Yeah, and I know Christmas just coming up and all that, and then I know everybody ain't got the funds to just go ahead and do it. So I try to give them a little break to give them a little bit more time, so that everybody.
They need to just come up there and get their child in, so you'll know where to put them. Yeah, you'll work it out the money.
That's true.
But if you'll just come, that's the most aggravating thing. You can know. It affects your age groups.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, and that's one thing I'm probably gonna try at one point, and because I mean, if we, like I said, if we can get the kids signed up, then we can go ahead and proceed with splitting the teams up.
That's right.
And actually go ahead and getting started practicing. I mean. Because, I mean,
we got one gym, and between girls and boys, you're going to have about 15 teams.
Yep. So
and everybody wants to practice
Everybody wants to practice, yep, that's true. So, I mean, last year we had 12 teams trying to practice in one gym.
Man.
We made it work.
Yeah. Well, you got 4 goals. Luckily, the elementary school has the 4 goals you can drop down, but, there's no out of bounds.
Yeah, I mean, it's really there's no extra space for anything, but, I mean, man, we just do the best we can.
That's all you can do, man.
And try to get them in whenever we can, and it's worked. I mean, it'd be difficult sometimes, but for the most part, I mean, it all works together, and the coaches and all. I mean, I can't say enough about all of my coaches in every sport. I mean, I really appreciate all they do, and they make.
How do you, and which I know, but to get it out there, if you want to be a coach, all they have to do is contact you.
That's right.
Don't they? And I mean, because. Never turn around nobody, now you might not get to coach your age group that you want to, but
that's right.
We'll find somewhere because you always need coaches.
That's true. That's true.
I mean,
and that's one thing I wanted to speak on too. I mean, that we really do need coaches. I mean, I'd rather have too many than not enough.
Oh, man.
You know, I mean, if anybody interested in wanting to coach any sport, basketball, baseball, football, please come forward. I mean, we need them. I mean, the more heads together, I think we could teach these kids a lot more, and it'll be a lot easier on everybody. And I mean, the kids need them. I mean, the kids really do need it.
That's
so
right.
If
and
we
I know if you had one thing you could ask the parents, then that would be patience. Just have patience.
Yeah,
you
that's
know,
right.
One man, you're doing the scheduling, the practicing, and
it really
the
is.
ordering.
Yeah.
And man, they just got to learn to be patient, man. And you do a great job with that. I know when you might leave at 8, but your phone rings at 9 or 10. So, but man, I appreciate you taking the time to come be with us tonight, man.
I enjoy every time I come in, man. And anytime you want me to come, if I can be here, I'll be here.
All right, man. I appreciate AC Cooper being here, and congratulations on the Hall of Fame.
Man. I appreciate it.
We'll see y'all next week.